I'm out. Hell of my glasses. Alright, so this gonna be new moon in Leo, man. Put together some notes. I was slow to do this, won't bop. So welcome to the vault. I'm your host, Ebenezer. You know what I'm saying? New moon in Leo. You might not need to see me. Hold on. I might take it off, but let me try to get through this. Maybe I. So this is the chart for the moon in Leo. You can see moon is with sun. Um, just looking at the chart, moon opposite of retrograde Saturn. It look like difficulties and interactions, one-to-one interactions with others and stuff like that. It's an angle to Jupiter. This brings faith, a little bit of like happiness and recognition. You dig what I'm saying? And then moon is in Durudara yoga, where it's planets on both sides of the moon. So there's a support and then kind of actions moving towards relationships, moving towards passion and romance. You know what I'm saying? And inheriting the qualities of skill, learning, study, understanding. You feel me? Or just communication. So new moon is a time for intentions and stillness, a day for seed planting and agriculture. So the star, the sign, different aspects, they show the themes for the month ahead. Right? So new moon is in Leo, natural sign of creativity, fun, games, enjoyments, romance, love affairs, you feel me? Children, sports, entertainment, right? The star of Phalguni, Purva Phalguni, is represented as the Purva Phalguni as the front end of a hammock or a nuptial bed. So like a wedding bed, right? So it just shows leisure, relaxation, romanticism, in a way, chivalry, in a sense. It's a renaissance kind of style, right? So creativity and passionate. The idea is that this month will include things that could offer the promise of pleasure, enjoyment, leisure. You dig what I'm saying? Sensual things. So Leo, fixed fire, ruled by the sun. That means it depends and stabilizes through the sense of self, through its own character, sense of nobility, and things of that nature, right? Leo is noble, self-centered, bright, generous, warm, you feel me? Dramatic, theatrical, just animated, magnetic, all of that. New moon in Leo is the intention to depend upon oneself and sense of self, and to stabilize oneself through the sense of self and self-expression. So this month you just see yourself just, all right. So this the checklist. Five things. Five things to do and just keep on your mind this month. Number one, show off. Stabilizes through sense of self. It's just like the sun. It surrounds itself with others and it shines its light on those others, and those others in turn are able to shine and they get feel warmth and feel recognized. And then the sun also is won't be the main planetary body that get recognized. So just show off and watch what gravitates towards you. You feel me? Celebration, enjoyment. It's just a good time to be grateful for life. You dig what I'm saying? Alright, number two, flirt. Leo, Purva Phalguni, both associated with romance, pleasure, enjoyments, love affairs, just fun things. You feel me? Flirting with life. You might want to drive a little bit faster and stuff like that this month. Just flirt with death. Flirt with death or something, right? But just flirt. Go out there, just say hello and shit like that. It's sensual. But it's you getting sun. The star is sun Leo and then Venus. So you mixing beauty with truth, having the desire for a righteous union or just anything like that. But you want truth to be in the midst of that. It just don't be, you don't find yourself following greed and lust. That brings the opposite of happiness and bliss. They want ecstasy. So showing off ain't just, oh, this month is likely to include fun through flirting, right? Showing off ain't just for you, but if others show off, acknowledge that too. Give a compliment. Oh my gosh, I was just like, you hear people talk and it's like, wow, what the fuck? What do you do for fun? Like, what's your hobbies? Just tell me something and shit like that. That's just back to basics, right? So go to the movies. Leo is about the cinema. We go to the movies, spend some time out, right? Number 3, be creative. Leo is the sign of creativity, the 5th house of intelligence, problem solving, creative solutions. So you lighten up, tap into a source of inspiration. Don't neglect your creativity during this time, whatever little urges you got, creative urges to try new things. Go really try it out. You feel me? Get a makeover. It's a Venusian star. So you feel me? Go get your hair done. All of that. Or spend time with the kids, bro. They'll show you something. Like, they very innovative and creative. You feel me? Number 4, love yourself. It's a sign of love. And it's a sign about one's sense of self. We really decenter. Sun is the center of our solar system in this wing of the Milky Way. And so it has a center. Sun is part of a binary star, so it revolves around another star. And if they're a system that revolve around, they have to revolve around something else. If that just makes sense to me. So it's like you really got align yourself. You feeling a little like unappreciated or like unacknowledged or something like that, like you do as the Leos do, and like just kind of get full of yourself. You might have to decenter yourself from all outside programming and in order to find your own center and then move in accordance with that. You feel me? Love on yourself. The sun is sattvic and a luminary. It's your personal truth, your personal integrity, right? And then 5, spoil yourself. Leo is bright and generous, so you might want to do something to stand out, and then do something for somebody you love. Once again, sun is bright, big bright ball of truth and light and all of that there, and it shines. I would not be able to see the different phases of the moon if not for the sun, like being there. Ain't no dark side to the sun. It's gonna cast the light, and it's showing everybody else little darknesses and stuff like that. Sun has its own darkness, represented by Saturn. So, alright, those the 5 things. This is the star, Purva Phalguni. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful bed. You know what I'm saying? So, Purva Phalguni means first of the reddish ones or the reddish lady. It indicates eagerness and a desire to enjoy sensuality. Reddish, it's like you starting to blush and you're getting excited. Oh my gosh, what is this? Are you love bombing me, you bastard? Alright, so Purva Phalguni, located in Leo, ruled by the sun. Sun is sattvic, light, truth, authenticity. Venus is the star lord, represents beauty, love, enjoyment, passion. Let me make sure I hit record, cuz I did. Alright. And then Leo is sense of self, romance, fun, and enjoyment. So it's trying to blend truth and beauty. So the Renaissance era, they get a spike in their scientific advancements, and now they also get a spike in arts. You dig what I'm saying? Even present day, it kind of look like the AI stuff. Like people do the 3D print and they 3D print puzzles and a whole bunch of things. It's fun and games, but then it's also like it also uses intelligence in a way. You feel me? So, but Purva Phalguni is more like entertainment than that. So it's chivalrous and lovely. The hammock nuptial bed is the symbol, represents rest, relaxation, leisure. The bride and groom meet for the first time and prepare for a ceremony that will bring them together. The presiding deity of Purva Phalguni is Bhaga, God of love and marriage. So Bhaga means patron, gracious, generous Lord, good fortune, prosperity, happiness, beauty, loveliness, love, lust, eros, right? Eros is, I want to say eros, I'm going to talk about that. Eros is that it's really a state of craze, like what they call limerence and stuff. So love, lust, and limerence. Ales. So and then the vulva. So Bhaga dispenses happiness through love and marriage. This is a star of happy lovers. His family represent skills and enjoyment or skilled enjoyers. So he got wife, 3 sons, 3 daughters. So Bhaga's 3 sons. Oh, grab that one book. Grab that one book. I'm gonna try and go through that jump, cause. So I'm gonna try 4 attainments, 5 signs, 5 desires. Oh, I didn't want to pause it like this, yo. No. I'm gonna go to 267. I bet it's called the 4 attainments in the Towers, John. They got it as 4, but I seen the similarity. We'll talk about that afterwards. So Bhaga has 3 sons. His 3 sons represent traits that a man must have in order to fully enjoy happiness and romantic bliss. So his 3 sons and these 3 traits are Mahiman, which is greatness, majesty, hugeness. It shows the size of your member, like how big are you, right? But then also the strength of your character. How big is your character? How noble and righteous are you really? You dig what I'm saying? How integral are you really? Right? Vibhu is solidity, penetration, effect, right? So this is about firmness, how firm a motherfucker is. Once again, it corresponds to your sexual organ and also your character. You feel me? The ability to be firm and effective. Like, she want to know, do your shit get hard? If it don't, you can't do nothing. It ain't got no effect. And I think effect also is about the heat. Like, you know, like, okay, now you might got these first 2, but ain't no heat. That's why in the Towers they say it's 4 attainment. So it's these 3 plus heat. Like, is there any energy? Like, you got any heat down there? And that kind of go for both, but it's different for women. I think they go 5. All right. So ability to be firm and effective, both physically and in character. You know, are you a vacillating, fickle type of man or boy or male? That ain't gonna work. You're not gonna have experience full happiness and romantic bliss. All right. Prabhu, 3rd son is Prabhu, represents power and capacity. So that's about like, do your shit swell up? Can you fill a room? Prabhu, for your sexual organ is, do your shit swell up? Right? And then in terms of your character, when you walk into a room, are you felt? Do you actually have a presence? Do you have a capacity? Like when you talking to somebody and stuff and you initiate the convo, where are you leading it? Shiva is the divine masculine. He was cursed to be remembered as a lingam, which is like because he was having sex, and the sage was like, "Hey, look, I'm trying to see Shiva." Shiva's attendants was like, "Hey, look, he busy having sex with his wife. They, making love and experiencing romantic bliss." And he waited. And he was like, "Look, man, I curse you to just forever be remembered as a dick, because you're a dick." And so, a phallic symbol representing Shiva is about straightforwardness, going straight, being straightforward, to the point, and firm, like always reaching towards the heights, my nigga. He really going upwards, ideally. You feel me? So you gotta have presence when you initiating and stuff. As men, that circle speak, we don't talk in circles. It's bad, and it's bad karma, my nigga. Don't do that. You feel me? So now Baga's three daughters. His three daughters represent the traits that a woman has to possess in order to experience and enjoy full happiness and sexual bliss. Baga's three daughters are Suvrata, dedication, virtue, compliance. This shows patience and receptivity. You dig what I'm saying? Vara Roja represents beauty, mounting attractive hips. So it's about expertise in mounting and riding, but also beauty and shit. Like, you feel me? And then Asis is desire and fulfillment. This is about the appetite and the capacity for romance. You feel me? If she ain't got no appetite for it, hey, you chill out, my nigga. You dig what I'm saying? Now, I just focus. Don't go on tangents, my nigga. Don't go on tangents. But this should be part of sexual education. Everything else, like, they telling you different things, and they always gonna try to associate because they need people to work jobs and, you know, uphold whatever little system that was built out of the scarcity model. They gonna need people just to make kids. They don't care if y'all actually having an experience of happiness and sexual bliss. Y'all don't, you know, you're not being taught how to have sex, what's important, what's not important. They'll tell you hips is about, you know, giving birth, and to a degree, sure, that's no bad. But before you ever and like, even then you still got to wait 9 months. So sex, as much as you'd like to make it about procreation and shit like that, nah, it's really about the vehicle of endearment, of love. Some people have kids just because they think it'll bring them two closer together in love. And they might do some, but clearly y'all might be missing certain attributes if you don't already feel, and if you're not already feeling and experiencing it, if you ask me. And a lot of times, like what the opposite say, bro, the impulse is there, but the genuine desire and appreciation for the opposite sex is lacking. So then it's like people have sex and it's not really enjoyable. They're not experiencing satisfaction. Venus is in Virgo right now. Venus as Star Lord of this star is showing us a lot of women have kind of just, a lot of people, but women might be like, okay, I'm not being satisfied in this, in whatever way, physically, or it might be all around. You ask me, because Venus is with K2, total disinterest, detachment, and dissatisfaction with it. You understand what I'm saying? So Baga's wife is Siddhi. Siddhi means perfection, unusual skill, or dexterity. His wife shows what both genders must possess if they are to truly enjoy happiness. Right? Siddhi is a spiritual implication that pleasure is not an end in of itself, but is what's needed in a greater journey of life to more significant understanding of love and pleasure. Yeah, because you know, you might flirt with this thing and flirt with that, but then if you view life, like, all things on a higher level are masculine in relation to those things beneath it, right? But you get to flirting with life, flirting with everything. And you understand, like, oh yeah, you know, oh, this motherfucker got unusual skill, a dexterity to deal with whatever come in life and still be able to enjoy themselves and enjoy happiness through the endless ups and downs. And like, you get love. Love is not without lust. And lust bring you into heartache, where love bring you into like a state like, oh man, I'm in joy, right? So the desire for enjoyment can confuse us and bring us to the energies of greed and lust, the result of which is the opposite of happiness and bliss. So the main qualities for men and women is nobility and restraint. Those two together just represent a certain amount of exclusivity. You dig what I'm saying? But not not entirely private type of exclusive. Something that's noble is like, oh man, it's a part of something. It shows a certain amount of sovereignty. And when we talk about uh, new moon and Leo, the sun is a hot ball of the truth. You know what I'm saying? And purpose. So you don't, nothing touches the sun not get burned. You dig what I'm saying? That's how it's like, hey, you know, that for both. And like, if you're a noble man, it's like, hey, look, I really, uh, I, I don't like flattery, but just for the sake of it, I'm flattered. But you really couldn't even, you actually couldn't manage. You wouldn't be able to manage. And same for women. That restraint is like, oh yeah, I'm flattered. Y'all would have to, because Leos love flattery. But yeah, oh yeah, I'm flattered. But motherfucker, you really, you could handle. Or in some instances, a woman would have to kind of accept, yeah, nah, I couldn't handle fucking with you, guy. So nah, you feel me? Alright, so the shloka for Purva Phalguni: the trustworthy man before the fruit giver needs a fertile woman to be a bull. And then I think the next slogan for Uttara Phalguni is the fertile woman needs a man in order to whatever to be fertile. I will have to get to this. Focused on Purva Phalguni. Focus my name. So being trustworthy is the ideal trait. Can motherfucker trust you? Do you keep your word? You see what I'm saying? If you say you're gonna do something, will you carry that all the way through? Do you gotta follow through? I'll never turn a broad off more than a motherfucker that can't keep their word. In the same vein, those type of individuals make some women feel comfortable. You dig what I'm saying? Saturn is the planet that represents maturity, and it's also a scary planet. Seen it's like, oh my gosh, he's so malicious and malefic. So growing up scared the shit out of a lot of people. You feel me? Being held accountable and shit like that, having integrity or being around others with a certain amount of integrity is a little terrifying. Creates a little bit of terror and discomfort. You dig what I'm saying? But if you trustworthy, in that sense, well, I got like another. Yeah, if you authentic, you ain't fake. You won't be lying. I'm telling you that lying and stuff, man. Y'all gotta chill with that, cuz. But if you don't lie, yeah, the truth. Look. So Sagittarius is a sign of truth. And then the two of the stars in Sagittarius, two out of the three stars in Sagittarius are kind of like rough. One is sharp, favorable for things like murder and ambush, setting traps. And then one is brutal, favorable for just all out violence, full scale warfare. So the truth job like is brutal and it do fucking hurt. You dig what I'm saying? But when you lie, you cause your solar energy to have to be ground and like real shaved down and shit like that when you lie. But also if you too too much of the solar, you kind of burn everybody that you come around. So there's the trust knowing like, hey, don't do too much, because you can end up doing too much as a man. And I might take small things a particular way and stuff like that. If the son get mad, he got mad. The son Surya got mad and he was like, man, what the fuck? And then just he ended up burning the three worlds just because he was a little too angry and shit, or he was feeling a little petty. He ended up burning all of the worlds. Everybody was suffering. You understand what I'm saying? So part of being a trustworthy man is knowing your limits and boundaries. The sun is a bitter enemy to Saturn. Saturn is a representation of, the sins of the father and stuff like that. But it's, you have to have a certain conduct, right? And then Purva Phalguni is seen as the visible light spectrum. All of Leo is the light because it's the sun, but Maga is the light that you don't see. Purva Phalguni is the light that you can see, the small little spectrum. And then Uttara Phalguni is the light that go beyond our scope. Even though Maga, Uttara Phalguni, it is beyond our scope. Purva Phalguni is the visible light spectrum. Bhaga, he was part of a sacrificial fire. He was staring into it, became bewildered by it and stuff like that. And obsessed with attractive forms. He ended up losing his sight to Rudra, but he lost his sight because it's like he went blind trying to conceive of all the things that are visible and not visible. It made him blind. So what did I put? Truth be told, we don't necessarily see things in life the right way. It's so much that we don't see. Based upon the Narayana is 97% of everything in space. Right? Kind of the entire thing at the Narayana, but the 97% for sure. We only are able to see about 3% of the entire everything in the cosmos. We're only able to see about 3% of that. The rest is not perceivable to ordinary mortals and stuff like that. You dig what I'm saying? So his eyes was put out. So what was I saying? I was thinking about this. We talking about practicing things, mantras. So if he lose his sight, the truth ain't always, you're seeing less than half of what the truth. One of them old axioms from Western is all truths are but half true, because you only able to see but maybe 45, not even 45% of the light spectrum, but you only able to see but a fraction, less than half of the entire light spectrum, which means you only seeing less than half of everything that really is true. You dig what I'm saying? You see it less than half of that. So Purva Phalguni, want to go towards the light, want to see things that reflect something shiny and all of that. But truth is adhered to through sound and through mantras oftentimes. You feel me? Lip the ear. Yeah. So the Shakti is the power to or the union of polar opposites. The power is the union of polar opposites or procreation. Purva Phalguni. What can I say? Romance, skill and romance and love affairs. I'm trying to get it in my mind, but the most recent jump came up. Oh, look, because it's a Venus star, Venus in Virgo. It represents dissatisfaction in relationships. You feel me? Oftentimes, when I see it, like it happened. Venus goes into Virgo every year, and every year Venus goes in Virgo. You see news about married couples, celebrities, and shit like that breaking up. They're splitting. I think Keke Palmer was 1 year. I think Tia Mowry was 1 year. It was one before that. Oh gosh, I don't remember. Cause I don't click. I do pay attention. But I know Tia Mowry, that John was one. Money Long and her and another lady. So people split. They find out I am dissatisfied in this relationship. I don't like it. Maybe it's just a transit. Maybe it really shows a certain amount of like just dissatisfaction. Venus significates for women, in addition with the moon. Venus being in Virgo and with K2, I think I said that it's like women is just, like I ain't really getting no satisfaction out of being with or involved in these relationships. That's the general, but it's going to be even more so true for women and shit. And yeah, so you see the news and people kind of splitting the relationships, people divorcing and stuff. Tyrese is coming back. I think Venus was in Virgo. Tyrese, right? So most recent jump past couple days I did not watch it, so forgive me for what I didn't watch and stuff. But I just looked at it, and then once I seen okay, Cam Newton and Dr. Cheyenne Bryant, right? I think they both got moon and Cancer in Aslacia. You dig what I'm saying? Cheyenne Taylor has Sun in Purva Phalguni. So you see how she dressed and you know how she appears, very sensual, very sexual. Um, and it's like you get Venus, beauty, women, attraction, and then Sun, truth, intelligence, and stuff like that. Shit dogged out, you know. I don't really get into all that white shit. Like them jumps that just, you know, it's just white stuff. I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. I ain't gonna bab y'all. But she a doctor, psychologist. Leo's is good for counseling and consultation. So, you know, that's how like I wouldn't put that past her. A Slatia wants to know about other people's weaknesses. Like inherently they are good and skilled. They have an unusual skill or a dexterity and figuring out other people's weaknesses. I ain't putting fucking insecurities where there might not be any. You dig what I'm saying? But they know how to do that, right? I call it the gaslight style in addition with other jumps. Like I put Swati in that mix. I ain't gonna hold you. So they talking and I guess they talking about broken homes, but the key is, bro, we in Cali, it's just strife everywhere. It's gonna be discord everywhere. But a lot of that come because of ignorance. It's also an age mark with darkness. Darkness is like into ignorance. You feel me? Clouded minds. They not knowing. So they come out. Cam Newton. I think he May 11th, 1989. You feel me? Sun in Critica, Moon in Aslacia. Once I seen May 11th, I was like, oh, he's a limerent. He's like the future types. They fall in love in the strip club. They be trying to save the broad, and then they kind of be hurt, or they start. I don't know. I guess people maybe talking about them or whatever. Aslacia got a little. Aslacia might have an insecurity, worried about like what people think of them, and what people is saying, how they coming across. But Critica is about. Criticals get so obsessed because it's Agni. They get obsessed and it's like, oh my gosh, I gotta have you. I have to have you. And I think that's what happened. It's talking about baby moms. I don't really want to get into nobody's business, but it's just for the sake of understanding. Venus is in Virgo. It's like, yeah, nigga really is a trick. You feel me? And then it's like, oh, Venus going Virgo, but Venus is with K2. So not only is women dissatisfied, but in this, they actually learning something that's like really enlightening. You feel me? Women be giving the trick niggas a pass because y'all got the money and all of that, right? Y'all got the money. Maybe they can sell you a dream and they can get with that. You know, tricks be pressed to fuck, so it's like it's not like she ain't gonna have some decent kind of sex. It might not be the best, but it's decent enough. It'll maybe get the job done. You feel me? Because part of it is also that you really gotta be into that person. It can't, you know what I'm saying? That's why you just don't. Oh gosh, I don't want. Let's talk it too much. So. He's a limerent, and then I got his baby mom's Jasmine Brown is May. Is she May 11th? May 16th? She also is Critica, another limerent. Unfortunately, poor baby got a moon in Uttara Phalguni. Uttara Phalguni got this, you know, they can fall victim to codependency because. You know, like some people saying like, oh man, she putting on the facade. I don't really know her, but I looked at her chart and I'm like, oh, Uttara Phalguni. She actually don't. She kind of do in a way is with being of service and being and serving and all of that shit. However, Cam having a Slatia moon, he just know he understands people's weaknesses. He understands how I see the weakness. they understand how to haggle and bargain. They understand what's valuable, even if they might not, you know. Like they just, I'm gonna suck the life out of this shit. You feel me? I'm not stupid. If she like the shirt, well, I'm a job like. You feel me? And they'll be feeling like the man. Slay should have a high, huge fucking ego, my guy. They got a huge ego, and they take everything. Like they taking everything into account. Slightest thing, cause it's moody Cancer. Slightest thing, they gonna take it as, oh, you tried to attack me. And I was like, damn, poor thing. Utara Phalguni being so pressed to be in a union because it's a star of patronage. Like it's the other pair to the star. So it's not about Purva Phalguni might start and initiate and want to get into relationships where Utara Phalguni want to maintain them. They see really they can find, they got the ability to accumulate wealth through partnerships and contracts. So they really want it to be favorable. And that look like the Jasmine Brown girl. It's just like, you know, you fucking with a slay shit, but if only y'all knew. If only y'all had an understanding about the unusual skill and dexterity of romance, you could really fully enjoy happiness and bliss. But you don't, and you chase programs and illusions. Oh yeah, you know, he got this money. Bitch, you know how stingy and a slasher motherfucker is? It sound nice, but if they ain't being seen, if they can't show a motherfucker what they did and what they gave us in mind, but they not, you owe them. In their mind, you owe them. You feel me? And then it's like probably gaslighting that hoe. A slasher. It's like that nigga, so, you know. And because Cheyenne Bryant had Moon and Aslacia, it kind of looked different on women. It's like she probably just be like, oh nigga, I could real, like Aslacia is a man eater if they wanna be. Like they could see through a goofy motherfucker like it's nothing. And I was saying also, you'll notice this, especially Venus and Virgo right now, you'll notice this too. Women that got strong sons or sun dominant, they got a certain strong sense of self, certain integrity, and ability to manage their own resources. You dig what I'm saying? A sense of purpose in their life. The average bitch ass nigga cannot deal with that shit. You feel me? And then that woman that y'all like, not even on some like petty shit, she can kind of hurt because it's sun. If you a sun dominant woman, you be hurting niggas just being around. Like, oh, why this bitch got presence, man? Everybody want to say hello to a Leo and shit. Leo ascendant, whatever. Everybody want to be in her face. But the niggas that take offense to that, oh my gosh. You dig what I'm saying? They usually can't handle that shit. I think Jasmine Brown is a sun dominant. Like she got Sun and Critica Trine Moon and Utara Phalguni, perhaps. I don't know the exact time. So it's like, yeah, she one of them type women too, where it's like, oh, niggas would love to humble you. And y'all not hard to deal with. It's just the insecurities that be in a lot of guys. It's just, they can't handle that shit. What the fuck? You dig what I'm saying? They be mad as a motherfucker. And then they do shit like, all right, I'm gonna get her pregnant. I'm gonna gaslight her as if she gonna be the one to stay. And if she the type to think like, all right, I'm putting in effort and merit. Virgo moon, yeah, she just like, she love to just kind of be at work or be in service to something. And that nigga be using, because he said he tried gaslight with God. He said, man, God just, I'm like, bro, like, that shit'll get me good. You feel me? That'll get me good. It's like, oh, you real try gaslight with God, bro. Yeah, nah, must be a slasher. Miss me with that. But you want to be married. See what I'm saying? That be some of that like that tricky karma, because it's like, man, I want a wife, but I just can't stop fucking with the hoes, man, you know. But niggas really ain't. It's like, bro, if only niggas knew you're not really cut like that. I went on a ramble because it's not probably over, bro. I think I got that point across. So the stars, the 6 of Wands, represent success, victory, achievement, recognition, acclaim, being in the spotlight, triumph for will, creative ideas, and ambition. Feel me? Get in the spotlight, show off, do something fun, do something for yourself. You feel me? Jupiter in Leo is an expansion of self, faith in one's ability. Communion, devotion, connectedness, dedication to a collective ideal. It's a non-vested church choir. However imperfectly administered by its current ruling bodies, religion represents an attempt by the community to find a deeper connection not only with their God but also with each other. A deeper connection not only with their God but also with each other. Purva Phalguni blends beauty, Venus, beauty and relationships, and union, beauty and relationships together with truth and righteousness. You dig what I'm saying? I try to tell her, I'm telling you, bro, the practice of devotional singing has great impact upon the individual as well as the community. In itself, it can